before we go on, there's a couple things to do. First of all, can we beat this girl real quick? And yes, Luca can hold out for that one. Oh, the BFers can join the Sonulus route. Well, I guess I didn't realize that. Okay, well, for Sonulus, I have a full party, and I'll have to nix her from the Ilias route next time. Oh, well, it's not like she did a whole lot. Okay, but that's good. It's real good. Full party. If only I'd known. Let's see, I guess we can go try the first one now. I think she's stronger than her, though. Hi, Mary. I'll be glad to help you out on your journey, but only after you've proven yourself against some of the other BFers. Looks like you can't. I suppose this means you want to challenge me? Game is a 5-minute battle of endurance. If you finish within 5 minutes, I win. You stick it out, victory is yours. If I win, it'll cost you 10G. If I happen to lose, I'll reward you with the Orb of Life Dream. So, are you going to challenge me? Prepare to finish embarrassingly fast if you do, though. Accept your challenge. Well then, I'll pleasure you with my hand. It'll only be a hand job, but don't underestimate my skill. I lost count of how many men have succumbed to my smooth palms and dexterous fingers. Will you be the next on the list, Luca? Let's find out. You have to resist for 5 minutes, Scott. Okay, so she is the weakest of them. I thought the other one was stronger. Time's up. Well done, Luca. You won. Alright, emerge victorious. Alright, to the victor goes spoils. Here's proof that you prevailed against me. There are plenty more women skilled in BFing all over the world. If you meet them on your travels, try to challenge them. I'll be here in my tent if you ever get the urge to BF against me again. Alright, so that's 2 down. I think we need to beat at least 3 others before she'll join us. Anyway. Swapping back. We have the next part of Vanilla's quest to complete. Good shops need to have a stock of phoenix tails on hand, but their distribution is heavily regulated. I know! I'll give them right from the source. Now, where'd that phoenix girl go? She's in the party. We'll have to remove her temporarily. Oh, a phoenix! Will you be my friend? Are you a nice person, even though you look so dark and evil? Of course I'll be your friend. By the way, if you pull out your tail feathers, you'll grow faster. I knew you were evil! Vanilla, you can't trick people. That's not how a merchant should act. Emphasis on the should. There are plenty of merchants who do all kinds of scams. You're right. From now on, I'll play fair. So, let's get back to business. How about I exchange 3 meat bones for 3 of your tail feathers every day? I want 5 meat bones! Vanilla negotiates an arrangement with Minnie. Alright, it's a deal. I'll make sure you get your bones every day. And I'll give you my tail feathers. Here, take these. Vanilla can now sell phoenix tails at our shop. Alright, we'll need to keep a few of those handy. So we'll buy a couple. Say we'll keep 3 on hand at all times. Now I need to get some harpy feathers. Negotiating with harpies would be best, but I heard that the harpy village is uninhabited now. Well, that's bad for business. Alright, and let's get Minnie back in the party. Alright, I believe we're good to go. So let's get to it. On to Pronof. More wolf goes. We're done with them, right? Yeah. So run. Again, we made it here without incident. Leech girl. You've had a lot of sunny days recently. I wonder if my slimy friends are okay. I love fat men. After all, there's so much more to suck out. I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky. I like 'em thick. I like 'em funky. But she's reached level 4. Alright, Leech Girl. Alright, talk. Tell an interesting story to stun everyone. And you can defend. Aries gonna be our healer. Said Bob, but behind him, his wife. Alright, well that's 2 of them stunned at least. Alright, Luca's now unstunned. Yes, you can have some antidote grass. I like them. Human mouth is small. What do you do when you want to suck your prey? We cut our food up, our mouths expand to swallow them whole. That's the secret. We cut our food up. How bizarre! That's terrifying. Oh, her affinity went down. Well, she's done now. Alright. One more attack. Buy an herb. Alright. Hello, travelers! Welcome to Pronof. You can leave off the F if you want, most of us do, making it the town of Porno. Perverts! And they greet travelers with friendship? You appreciate it if you didn't call us perverts. Anyway, where do you want to go? A rabbit monster? You're talking about the rabbit I'm thinking of. She should be at the inn. I don't have any interest in women her age, though. Ugh. Over purity? Disgusting. That girl traveling with you, on the other hand, she looks amazing. Crap! It's a lolicon! Don't even think about it! Oh, the things I'd love to do to you. Too bad the guy with the sword looks like he's going to kill me. I'll have to settle with my imagination. Hey, Luca, let's find that rabbit fast and get the hell out of here. Anyway, he said she's staying at the inn. Come on, let's hunt down that damn rabbit. Anyway, you said that she is staying at the inn. Let's go capture that loathsome monster. Okay, So he's not going to say anything else until we find her. Alright. This is a town of perverts. I don't think there's anything here. Yeah. I'm the scat captain. Anything I can do for you? Leave. You better not tease these adults. This sensation. Hey you, wait! Huh? What is it? Since you're here, how about a cup of tea? I can't let such an opportunity pass me by. By the way, do you know what my fetish is? You're a scatologist. Yeah, I have a lot of trouble because of it too. With this fetish, I'll never find a wife. Oh, you'd be surprised. What's the matter? I didn't do anything to that tea. Come on, drink it all at once. Drink it! Drink it! Drink it for me! I need to see you drink it! Please! Someone! Anyone! My way, that pot is my toilet. I don't really have any ill intent, just felt like telling you that. Maybe you should drink this tea yourself. The cactus is blooming. Drink it yourself, you perverted criminal! I'll force you to drink this, damn it! Ugh, stop it, you hear me? So you force Scat Captain to drink the suspicious tea. Ugh. Not bad. I have nothing to do here. Let's go, Luca. Let's get out of here before he blows! Scat Captain, go and finish! Oh! Don't make me go back in there. A town full of perverts. Need you. No. Here's said bunny girl. Oh, hi. Can I help you? Damn, it's a completely different rabbit. She doesn't look anything like the one we're looking for. I can't believe it. She's the wrong rabbit. I've been so easily manipulated by false rumors. Oh my, it appears I'm not who you thought I was. What does the rabbit you're searching for look like? Huh. She has white fur and blue hair, wearing a cloak and a watch. She kind of acts like she's in a rush, too. I think I know who you're talking about. I remember hearing about her because she seems strange for a rabbit girl. Supposedly she's been hanging around the South Taurus. The investigators there have reported seeing her, at least. Tartarus? You mean that mysterious hole that opened up in the ground in the Great Disaster 30 years ago? Tartarus? That seems like an appropriate place for someone mysterious. Tartarus. Cannot say I'm surprised given how strange this rabbit is. Alright, let's go. South Taurus, here we come. Just so we're clear, it's the one south of Iliasville, not the other Taurus east of here. On, Luca. The information Mira gave us was clearly false. We should go teach her what happens to those who deceive a goddess. Let's not forget that Mira's intel was wrong. I won't be satisfied until I give her a piece of my mind. I suppose, but it did lead us in the right direction. I guess we should at least tell her that she was mistaken. Let's complain next time we're in Iliasburg. She might make it up to us somehow. This rabbit is right on the other side of this wall. Miss Rabbit. Damn pervert. Alright, let's go to South Taurus. Hopefully we can find that rabbit this time. Hold up. Didn't you hear that we can find a lump of iron in the nearby mines? Yes, we need that for Pappy's quest. We should be able to forge iron equipment if we get a hold of that. I'd love to be better equipped before going to Taurus. I mean, that place is supposedly filled with strange things. Anyway, I'll leave it up to you. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. A merchant like me likes the idea of buying new equipment, too. Let's not be hasty, Luca. You should be able to procure a lump of iron in the nearby mines. The blacksmith here can forge us iron equipment if we get one. Do you not agree that we should have better equipment before exploring Taurus? After all, even I am unsure of what we may find there. I shall leave the decision to you, though one can never be too prepared. Farm mines are northeast of town. You can find the highest quality iron deep inside there. If you find a lump of iron, you should be able to forge strong iron items. Watch out for monsters living in there, though. Thanks for the tip, but please put some clothes on. I can smell when young women are going to have their periods. Yours is coming up soon. Please take care. No one minds if I club this guy for sexual harassment, do they? I don't know if it was sexual harassment per se. Didn't need to divulge that information to the entire party. Anyway. Eating panties is code word for doing stuff with them. Although, to a master like Panty Sensei, he might actually be devouring them. I wish this town were destroyed with every pervert in it. Are you trying to imitate me? I wholeheartedly agree, though. Hey, people are free to live lives as they wish. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. Look, I managed to steal the panties off a nip. I'll treasure these forever. Holy crap! Those are the hottest things in the world! Those aren't mine, are they? Still on? Whew. Those aren't mine, are they? Yep, we got the imps in our party. Considering the only imps you can fight are Rami, then yes, they probably are Ramis. The Panty Sensei has a marvelous collection. I can't help but admire it. By the way, young lady, would you be willing to sell the panties you're wearing for 200G? Excuse me? We need the money, Sonia! If you please, Sonia. I can't believe I'm doing this. I mean, you could refuse! Sonia takes off her panties and hands them to the perverted old man. You receive 200G. Woohoo! It actually worked! You're such a nice guy. Wow, those are some top-notch panties. Sensei, what's the proper protocol? Sniff them? Wear them on my head? Eat them? Enjoy their fragrance for a while before putting them on your head. Only then should you eat them. It sure would be nice for a meteor to fall from the sky and wipe this entire town off the map. Funny you should say that, cause Sonia seems to have some interesting connection with Adremalek. Hi, I'm Panty Sensei. I live for panties. Do you like worn women's undergarments? Sure. Good, you're an honest man. I'll let you in on a secret then. With enough experience, a gab-out job can learn the shameless theft skill. With it, you can steal the panties right off a monster. Each species of monster girl has her own type of panties, although some don't wear any at all, of course. Try to collect panties from lots of monsters, and if you steal any rare ones, please let me have a look out. Yep, but we don't have that shameless theft skill yet. Not for anyone. No one in this town bars to hide their perversions. It's not a great place for a fortune teller. I've been thinking of traveling somewhere I might be needed, but I'm not sure I can make it safely. However, there's an accessory called Hard Grow Wrist. With that on, you get double experience in place of job experience. Give me one of those and I'll trade you for a fortune teller permit. With that, you'll be able to change jobs to the fortune teller. Travelers, please find me a Hard Grow Wrist and save me from this town. Oh, you got a Hard Grow Wrist. Would you please trade it for a fortune teller permit? Sure, why not? Trade. Oh, thank you very much! Got one fortune teller permit. Fortune tellers specialize in telling fortunes. Is that all you ask? Yes, that's all. You don't look very strong, and it's true, we're quite weak. We aren't suited for direct combat whatsoever. Our special card weapon isn't strong, or low defense means we can't take much punishment. The unique skill fortune tellers use is known as Oracle. Oracle skills have random effects. Yep, more tutorial. Well then, I'm getting out of here. Perhaps a stop at Ilia's temple might be a good idea. Thank you so much, friends! Perhaps I'll see you at Ilia's temple! And there they go. Welcome. Would you like to purchase some weapons? I don't think that really helps anyone in our group. Purchase some armor. We'll save our money for now. There's the risque swimsuit. Which I guess before I forget, there are certain monsters that if you equip with the risque swimsuit unlock a new H scene. So let's get Rami out of the party for now. Oh wait, we need her in the party. So we can need this off of Remy. Give it to Rami. Get Rami out of the party. And go and talk to her. Wow, a risque swimsuit! Now I can provide the full service! Rami is equipped with a risque swimsuit. This seems to have changed the forms of sexual favors that can be requested. I think it only changes her Pazuri. Oh, we don't have enough affection with her. Whatever. It's not something I can show anyway. Let's see, where were we? This town was originally an ironworks with some high quality iron ore. I can make an iron equipment for you. That's the Adventurer's Hat Plus. Purchase some items. We have plenty of herbs. Thread of Guidance. Yeah, at least 3 of these. See what armor we can get. Compare. I'm surprised the risque swimsuit is so much better for you, God. This place may be a den of perverts now, but it used to be an ironworking town. The old man here supposedly inherited that knowledge. He says he can craft high-quality iron goods if you bring him the raw iron, but the easy pickings were mined out long ago. The good stuff can only be found deep in the mine. Whereas the mine is directly northeast of town. As long as you keep a lump of iron on you, you can make as much iron equipment as you like. Oh, sticky slime. That's nice. With that, we can make better stuff. So you want to be a hero? Well then, you have to strip down to just your underwear. No way, that'd make me a pervert. Oops, you're right. I forgot to mention that you need a mask and cape, otherwise you're just a pervert. That's even more perverted. I don't want to be a hero who runs around in his underwear with a mask and cape on. Oink, oink, come on, say my name, mock me! His name is Pigman. Pig. Yeah. Welcome to the church overrun with weeds. What can I do for you? Pray. Hold on, let's pray to Ilias. There. There. On the other side of the mountain range to the northeast, there used to be a small village named Rostrum. But right after the great disaster, something destroyed the place. Now, all that remains there are abandoned buildings. It's also troubling that the whole Tartarus opened up right near the village. It's hard to imagine that's just a coincidence. How do you get to Rostrum? If you follow a mountain range, you'll come to a cave. Go through the cave and you'll end up on the other side of the mountains. It's a long trek to get there, so you shouldn't try it unless you're fully prepared. Apparently not all the panties men are useless. Let's see. Does anyone else talk to you? No. I'm surprised it's Remy that actually says it. I'm the unfortunate Harpy Pihar! I've got a request, will you hear me out? After returning to Harpy Village after a long absence, I found it completely empty. There didn't seem to be any signs of a struggle, so I didn't think I was attacked. It was attacked. If you're in that area and have some time, would you see if you can find where they went? Harpy Village is far north of here. Oh, Pihar, you're living here now? I moved around a bit, but this place is the best. The Pantiesmans are the only ones who appreciate my beauty. I'm fabulously gay, and especially like cute little boys. Oh, a pervert! The unfortunate friends seem to have a tight bond. If you have one of them with you, the others may be willing to join too. Whether they're actually useful is a completely different issue. How rude! What are you... How rude! What are you going to use us for? I don't think you understood him correctly. Well, most of them are pretty useful. Everyone in this town sure is honest about themselves, at least. Hello, I am Penis. Is anyone in this town not a pervert? The blacksmith didn't seem like he was a pervert. The fortune teller wasn't a pervert. Wow, how rude. That's my real name. Do you know how hard it is to live with a name like this? Well, you can have it legally changed. A man named Penis can't live like a normal life in any other town. This is the only place I'll accept me. I'm so sorry. That said, it turns me on so much to hear the embarrassment in their voices when girls say my name. I knew you were a pervert! My name is Mr. Condom. Young man, do you always remember to wear a condom? It is an H game. Condoms do not exist in hentai. It is rare that you ever see condoms in hentai. They're basically non-existent. Women alone bear the risk of pregnancy when you have sex without contraception. Only by wearing a condom can men take their fair share of responsibility. What a wait! Was that actually educational? Indeed it was. Indeed it was. Oh, that's quite the erotic look you got, young lady! I'm really getting sick of these perverted old men. Actually, that's been on my mind for a while now. That outfit of yours is rather indecent-ish. What? We've been over this before. I'm pretty sure that outfit was designed by a committee of perverted old men at the church. Down these stairs is Pronov's infamous spot. Go and enjoy yourself.
Oh, now what have we here? Oh, an infamous spot. Never heard of it.
Ah, so close. One more try.
The refrain of a man on the road to ruin. Before long, he'll be nothing more than a pile of meat bones for me to chew on. I'm kidding.
What am I doing wrong? I know this is my ticket to success. If I turn the slots just like this, my luck has to turn around. No it doesn't. I mean, granted, in games like this, you're given a huge advantage, but in real casinos, the advantage goes to the house. The longer you play, the more likely they'll win. That's why you have to learn to quit while you're ahead. Stop! Stop! When gambling, you're ruined if you let your emotions get out of control. You'll do a lot better if you just enjoy yourself.
It's best to decide how much you're willing to lose beforehand and then never, ever go past that limit.
Actually, the best method when it comes to gambling is take a pot of how much you're willing to gamble and then slowly go through it and put all of your earnings into another pot and never switch your earnings back to what you were willing to spend. Once you're out of what you were initially willing to gamble, you're done for the day. And that's it. You may come home with less than what you went there with, but at least you'll be coming home with something instead of obsessively giving it all away. Oh no, 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 no! What am I going to do? All of it! I lost every bit of gold the shop had!
Oh, that's a terrible merchant. An excellent example of what not to do.
This is the only casino on the Ilias continent. I spend most of my holidays here. Whoa! It's Luca! Please don't tell anyone you saw me here. And we got to BF her here.
Enjoying your time at the casino? Or perhaps you're here to challenge me instead? We'll compete, but not in a fight or a game of cards. But BF, if you beat me, I'll give you a fantastic accessory. If you lose, it'll cost you 50G. You'll get more than your money's worth in pleasure, though. How about it? I'll make you feel really good.
I can't win now, so reconsider.
Afraid you'll lose. I don't mind training you.
Alright, let's see. Is there anything here we absolutely have to have? Currently have no coins. Would you like to purchase some, or perhaps view prizes? Any prizes? Is there anything we want? We actually don't want to increase the recruit rates of the monsters. It's how we gain EXP. So no, there's nothing here that we want. Alright. Still going good, yep. Off to the mines!